Okay, good morning students. So now let's go with the question number 5, where you need to find the coordinates of the point on the parabola y square equal to 8x, which is a y square equal to 8x is a standard form of equation of parabola, which is concave right parabola, and whose focal distance is 8. So let me draw what is actually focal distance. I will tell you. Let me take this one as a concave right parabola. And if this is a focus and you take point P here, say this is a focus point, I don't know, this S to P, distance of the point from the focus is called the focal distance. This focal distance definition, distance of the point from the focus is called the focal distance. What the focal distance is given? This is given 8 units. That means it's the same as saying semilateral rectum. Semilateral rectum is given 8 units. So that means here what will be lateral rectum, length of lateral rectum, it's equivalent to 16 units. So now this is okay. So the given parabola we have is y square is equivalent to 8x, which is a concave, right? Let me compare with standard formula. Y square is equivalent to 4x. That implies if you compare, we have 4a is equivalent to 8, implies what's the a value? A value is equivalent to 2, which means this focus point is 2, 0. I hope you got it now. Now, okay, after this, as per the condition, they have given focal distance is equivalent to, they have given 8 units. What is this focal distance? S to P is a focal distance. So modulus of SP is given how much? 8 units. So what's a SP? SP is a distance between 2 points. Let me take this point as a x, y. Then you join this two as usual. Use the distance between 2 points formula. That is root of, we have x minus 2 whole square plus y square is equivalent to 8 units. After this, now, shall I square on both sides now? Square on both sides. When you square on both sides, we have, now expand this, we have x square minus 4x plus 4 plus y square is equivalent to 8 square is 64. Make sure you square this side as well. Then, or you can write this one as a x square minus 4x plus, what is y square given? Y square is given 8x, isn't it? Previously in a question, this equation of this parabola, what was that? Y square is equivalent to 8x. So in place of y square, substitute now 8x is equal to, take 4 that side, it becomes 60, which implies x square plus 4x minus 60 is equivalent to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Please remember, we are finding this point here, x and y. Understood? So, therefore, what we have here it is, let me solve this now using quadratic equation formula. A value is 1, B value is 4, C value is negative 60. You know quadratic equation formula? X is equal to negative P plus or minus root of B square minus 4AC whole divided by 2A, which is negative 4 plus or minus B square is 16 minus plus 4AC 240 divided by 2A. 2 times 1 is 2, which is negative 4 plus or minus 240 plus 16 is 256. Square root of 256 is equivalent to 16 divided by 2, which is equal to, now we have two values of x. Two values of x we have here it is. Okay? X is equal to negative 4 plus 16. Negative 4 plus 16 divided by 2. X is equal to negative 4 minus 16 divided by 2, which is equal to 16 minus 4, 12, which is equivalent to 6. Another point here, it is equal to system minus 4 negative 10, which is equal to negative 10. These are the x coordinates. So what is the y coordinate? We can substitute this. We know what's the equation given? Equation given is y square is equal to 8x. Or you can write this one as a y is equal to square root of 8x. Substitute this, okay? So when x is equal to 6, when x is equal to 6, y becomes root of 8 times 6, which is equal to square root of 48. What's the square root of 48? 16 times 3, 48. Square root of 16 is equivalent to 4. That is equal to 4 root 3. Then, when x is equal to negative 10, is this possible? Is this possible here? This is not possible because this is, you can clearly see it is concave, right? This is completely concave, right? That means x value, all the x values, whatever the points you give it here. If you give a point here, this will be positive x value something else. If you give point here, this is also will be positive x value something else. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Concept is very important here. See, this is concave, right? Parabola, where the vertex is at the origin. If the vertex is not at the origin, maybe parabola might come here. Vertex is at the origin. There is no way you can have x is equal to negative 10. So therefore, no need to find the y. Even if you find the y, even if you try to find the y is equal to root of 8 times negative 10, you will get root of negative 82, which becomes an imaginary. Which becomes an imaginary value. This value is not here. It is not valid. Because this is concave, right? And x value here also is positive. Here also is positive. You cannot take x value negative 10. What should be x value? 6. So therefore, coordinate points are, what's the x value? X value is 6. Y value you can take plus or minus 4 root 3. It should make sense. We need to take plus or minus. Here, if this value is 6, 4 root 3, this side point will be 6, negative 4 root 3. Doesn't make sense here. So have a look. Thank you.